about the video?
Awesome.
How many people here have seen that video before?
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard the speech.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites of all time.
I have it on my YouTube playlist.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna get our mastermind principles going here. I love that part of the speech where he says, I hope I said that well. It's like, man, he knocked that out of the park. It's like,
yeah.
He's like, I hope I said that well. It's like, dude, you said that better than it's ever been said. All right, got to get my mastermind principles here just a second.
The purpose of the mastermind is to learn leadership, build teams, and create multiple sources of income together.
We are here to inspire and challenge each other to reach and exceed goals.
Each member is committed to their own success as well as the success of every member of the group.
We are committed to meeting in person or virtually for 1 hour every week.
We are present. There is no multitasking or distractions during meetings.
We're collaborative. We listen without interrupting, lecturing, or judging.
We celebrate each other's successes without jealousy.
We are honest and participate by giving thoughtful feedback.
We are open and listen to different perspectives without being defensive or offering excuses.
We trust fellow members enough to share fully.
We are focused, but we also think it's important to have fun during meetings.
We are real and authentic. This is a no BS zone. We allow ourselves to become completely aligned with each other and the high forces, one mind, one soul, one love.
Noble Goldman International is a conscious, aware, and engaged global community of abundance and freedom creators.
One mission is to create 1 million millionaires who are free from the time for money paradigm. We focus on creating multiple streams of income through masterminding, team building, and the effective utilization of the internet-based platforms.
The mastermind becomes an opportunity for self-mastery where the self-transcendent shift from the me to the we to the us occurs. As congruence and engagement increases, the world's consciousness is then raised one meaningful and inspired relationship at a time.
Perfect. First of all, let's start off with the wins for the week, my friends. Same order. So I'm going to be the timer. Matthew, if you could just go through and share your wins for the week.
I kept up with my 5 a day that I wanted to do. So that's up to, I think, 110 now of prospects, which is awesome. And then I think another win was I got some yard work done. So I was super happy about that.
Perfect. I'm going to go here. I'm going to set my time here quick. All right, so wins for the week. I had some really good wins for the week. Vicky did her first mastermind meeting, so that was pretty awesome. Congratulations, Vicky.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. As far as my other wins for the week, I joined Lloyd with the Reishi coffee. I've been drinking that every single day. My experiences with it, I feel very relaxed, very zen, very calm, and I'm really enjoying that. My energy was a little bit all over the board before because I was drinking coffee every morning, which I don't respond very well to caffeine. And my wife knows that I should avoid it, but I enjoy it. So I kind of go back and forth, time periods where I get off of it and I feel much better, and time periods where I do it and I don't feel as good, but I feel really, really good right now. So I'm enjoying that. And then as far as other success, we put together that training video on the 90-day success challenge. That was definitely good. I've been very busy. I've had so many things to try to wrap my head around lately. So that's one of my challenges that I'm dealing with right now, is trying to get back on a really solid routine every day and not be kind of overwhelmed with so many things on my plate. But really good week overall. Go ahead, Brian.
My wins for this week, I've been really busy focusing on some goals of mine, like learning some computer graphics. I've been working on building websites, learn how to do that in WordPress, and found a real easy site to use for like blogs, making a blog. It's really easy. It's called Webador, WEBADOR. It's real easy to use. If you want to make a blog, you actually use that to make money if you'd like, or just, use it to do whatever. I actually made one earlier this morning, like took a couple hours, and it's called Mastermind to Success, and it just talks about Napoleon Hill's mastermind theory and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it though.
Sorry, Brian, can you just say the name of that again, if you don't mind?
The website,
Yeah.
it's called Mastermind to Success.
And the platform you're using?
It's called Webador, WEBADOR. So it'll be mastermind to success.webador.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. For me, let's see here. I journal this stuff, so let's see here. I was on a Mark Santos call on Monday. Always enjoy those, and always learning something about that. Let's see. David and I had a very, very nice call with Mark Newby, who was our new Gold Star member. Got into what Mark is going to be into, and offering all of the support and help that we can give him. So, we should all do that as a group, which is awesome because everybody has a different perspective of how to approach things. Had a very nice Zoom call with my beautiful daughter out in college on Tuesday, which was very, very cool. Had dinner with my ex-wife the same night. Did 6 candidates. I did about 8 candidates this week. Finding it hard to find some really, really, really good ones. I'm continuing with my 90-day challenge. I journal it, so I'm actually getting to enjoy journaling. Really was not much of a journaler for the past 5-10 years, but it's great to look back and see this stuff. So overall, I mean, I had an okay week. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna call it a 7.
So I also was on Mark's call on Monday, which I also find it very beneficial to be on his calls. I did my presentation Tuesday with David and Kevin and Matthew, so thank you.
Great job.
Was really good. And I did it again with my women's group the following night. And it was interesting because I was with 3 men the day before, and then the Wednesday night was with 3 women. Very good conversations both, but very different what comes up. But it was very good. They gave me some really good feedback, so thank you. I am on day 16 of the 90-day challenge, and I've been doing really good with that. So I've been consistent. I try not to focus too much on the reaching out to people. Like, I reach out to a few. I'm not focusing on 5 a day because for me, I don't want to put a number on it. And I'm being really, really, really choosy or selective.
Biggest thing, I'm just trying to get
about it.
Caught up on videos and that for prepping for the 90-day challenge. I was also on I don't know what day it was, with Mark Santos, which was the same thing, which was amazing because then you came out with that video, you and Matthew came out with that video. That really, really hit home too. The biggest thing is gratitude. Whenever you start being grateful for stuff, your mind shifts, it almost shifts and everything. You don't see everything as a negative. You get rid of negative by doing that, it seems like.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you.
Awesome. That's so true. So this week I do my wins. I started saying I am prosperity. Well, I hadn't been saying it, but like I just kept saying I am prosperity and keeping that and learning more about it. It's actually powerful. Today I said it in the mirror like 100 times this morning. It was awesome. And another win is I wrote some I wrote some poetry. Like, I came up with some poetry, and I realized that my work is like really, even my poems, I think aligned to more fun. It'll be great for kids. So I decided today, it just came to me to put together these poems and like market it to kids. So I'm really grateful for that idea. Also, yeah, I was looking up journaling prompts today to help me get deeper in journaling and learning about myself. Really grateful for what I'm learning about gratitude. I'm also grateful for, I'm grateful for my own, my it's personal, my personal business. I'm grateful for my new client. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So since we don't have any slides to go over, I'm going to give everybody, let's do a 1 minute. Everybody just list some things that you're grateful for and share for. This chapter, as far as I remember it, I've read the book about 8 times, is True Source of Wealth. It's divine substance, divine source. He says that, the only prosperity worth having is God or the universe or a higher self. That's where everything comes from. And he also, Dr. Robert A. Russell said that when you're grateful for everything, you receive more of everything. When you're constantly expressing gratitude, you really connect yourself with this divine source, your higher self, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's really up to you. I don't really have any personal preference. They're all so interchangeable to me. I call it everything at all times. But gratitude is extremely powerful to connect yourself to the true source of wealth. And wealth, in this chapter, he points out that represents everything that's good in your life, everything that's a blessing. So wealth comes from an ancient word for wheel, and that word meant you're good. All the blessings in your life, that's your wealth. It's not just the money in your bank account. It's not the millions of dollars you're going to make when you help, millions of people change their lives. It's much bigger than just the money. It's the good things in your life, the blessings in your life. So let's do 1 minute and 30 seconds. Go ahead, Matthew. You start us off.
All right, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for waking up today, number one. That's always a blessing in disguise. I took my first breath and I opened my eyes and I thought some grateful thoughts, such as being able to see my wife in the morning. That's one of my favorite things, obviously. I am grateful that I have the heart and soul that I need to continue striving towards my ultimate goals, which I've been working on for quite some time now. So I was super thrilled about that. I've gotten through the majority of the books in our group, which I am thrilled with. I love those books. They're all amazing. So great picks, David. Thank you. So I'm grateful for you too, David, for picking those awesome books. That's it.
Perfect. So I'm going to go here quick. I am extremely grateful, like Matthew said, that I woke up this morning, that we have this mastermind group here, that this opportunity is available for all of us to come here and be surrounded by people that are here to uplift us and fully committed to applying this mastermind principle and helping us make all of our dreams come true. I just had a conversation with a gentleman on Facebook that I know through Facebook last night. And it was so interesting because I've never met him in person, but he reached out to me and just told me about some of the struggles he went through. And we had this conversation over the phone, and it was just interesting. Like, he wants somebody to help him make all of his dreams come true. And he has these really big goals and dreams, and he has no idea where to begin. So I invited him into this opportunity. We'll have to see how that goes for him. But I'm extremely grateful for the miracle of life, the miracle of health, that God or the universe or our higher self is making this miracle happen for us, beating our hearts, managing hundreds of thousands of blood vessels, 10 billion miles of DNA. There's so many miracles that have to happen to create the miracle of life. I'm so grateful that we're all enjoying that miracle, and the people that I love and care about are enjoying that miracle as well. And that source that's giving the miracle life is also protecting us, guiding us, inspiring us, leading us. It's doing everything. So I'm very thankful and grateful for that. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for the lessons that I've learned in life, what I'm learning now through you guys and girls, and just grateful that my life has turned into a better direction than it has in the past, and I'm glad for that.
Awesome. I guess it's my turn. Like everybody else, grateful for the new day. I picked up something from Wayne Dyer. When you wake up in the morning and you put your left foot down, you say thank, and then you put your right foot down, you say you. So, and I've been practicing that for a while. When I get up in the middle of the night to do a bathroom call, I get up, when I walk there, I'm going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I am grateful for each and every single day. I'm grateful for this community that I was invited to by David, who's actually an awesome leader. So I'm grateful for all of you. Besides the typical stuff that I go through my mind, because I do about, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes of gratitude before I get out of bed and start my day. So I go through the normal list that I go through, but I'm also grateful for that, with technology today and all the distractions that we have, and it's very easy for us to go off track, that, I have it plugged in on my laptop and on my cell phone. When I'm on Instagram or Facebook and I'm on Twitter or whatever, there's always something that I'm looking at that will remind me how grateful we are. I follow like The Secret, I follow like the Law of Attraction, and of course with all of our chat groups and this and that, there's always some sort of positivity going on there. And since I've joined Noble Goldman, I've noticed a tremendous shift in my mindset and my mood and whatnot. Last Sunday, I was a little bit of a low ambition type of a mood, and I don't know why. But then I shifted it off, and I, started watching some positive stuff. So I'm grateful for that. Grateful that I live in, New York City, and that I have all, everything that I could ever possibly need here. And I'm grateful for the opportunities, each and every single day to get a little bit closer to my dream, to retire, to be financially free, to be a certified personal coach, along with a personal development coach. So there's a lot to be thankful for. And like I said, we have the technology today that we have the opportunity to shift that quickly. And I make it a point. So that's it.
Perfect. Vicky, go for it.
So I have this. So it's the gratitude journal that I write in every day. So every morning I write 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for. What I like is after that, there's a space to put today's affirmation. So I write in my affirmation for the day. And there's also a quote on each page, and I always read that quote. So this is something I do every day, and I like having this because it's got more than just like using a notebook. I'm like Matthew and Kevin and everybody else here. For me, just opening my eyes every day to me is like I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my improved health, which is slowly getting better, and I'm noticing it. My creativity returning. It's been a real struggle for me for the past 2 years, and the fact that my painting and my writing, and it's just, I get into that flow, and it comes and I just go with it. I'm grateful for my friends, my family. I'm grateful that, even though all the bad is going on outside, and we're in a second wave here of the pandemic and it's not good, but I'm grateful that I'm safe, and I'm grateful that my friends and my family are safe, and I know everybody's safe. And I'm extremely grateful for this community. The NG community has been amazing for me. I have a lot to be thankful for. And actually, David, afterwards, if you don't have slides or something I want to add from the book, I think would be interesting to talk about.
Yeah, and that would be awesome. And I do have something I wanted to share that Dr. Robert Russell said about gratitude. I think it will help a lot of people. So go ahead, Mark.
Just grateful, like most people said about life and the health. It's amazing when you start being grateful about stuff, because before I didn't think too positive about the job I got, but now it makes a whole shift, even mind shift, how you feel about your job or anything else when you start being grateful for it. And grateful for this mastermind group, each and every one of you together, just keeping everybody positive and so much negative. That's why I stay away from news and everything. Grateful for Noble Goldman and the opportunity we have there too. There's so many things. Starting to dream more, try to figure out what my life purpose is and so forth. It seems like after so many years, you just don't even think about it anymore. And now to start thinking about it, it's amazing when you start having that pop, thinking about what would you want in life. That's amazing and a blessing.
I love that, Mark. Oprah Winfrey said, you get in life what you have the courage to ask for. So that's such a beautiful thought, this concept of, starting to look at your purpose in life, your purpose for humanity in this world, and how you can actually start having the courage to ask for the things you want in life. That's beautiful. Go ahead, Zinwa.
So I'm really grateful for this week. Has been so awesome in terms of the understanding that, some of the things have dawned in my spirit. For example, learning that, I saw literally how I create my experiences and And I'm grateful that have the ability to create my reality. And it's amazing how I'm grateful for my mind, because if I feed my mind, then my mind can work and express itself through my body. So I don't have to worry a lot about how I'll do something. If I just tell my mind, it usually just knows how to do it. I'm grateful of that kind of complexity and amazing mind that we have. I'm really grateful that my relationships have improved as a result of being grateful for and appreciating others. I'm grateful that I have I'm grateful for the accountability we had last week, because the idea that came to me because I've been thinking about it has, it is awesome. And I'm grateful for even the videos that we've played here in this group. I'm grateful for the nature. Every time I go outside, and especially in the morning, and take a walk, it's a miracle just to be in nature and breathe in fresh air and look around. I love nature. So
I love that. That's awesome. I like it where you said this week has been so awesome. That's such a huge thing to be grateful for. So really quick, I was going to share something from this book. This is not the same book that we're masterminding over, but it's a book called God Works Through You by Dr. Robert A. Russell. And he lists, there's 8 chapters how God or the universe or your higher self or whatever, the higher power works through you. But this chapter on Thanksgiving, every time I read it, it's just like, it just blows my mind the way he describes it. So I wanted to share these things with you, just a couple ideas. So he says there is an infallible method, meaning that it cannot fail. There's no way that it can ever fail. A practice which will not only produce new ideas and increase your power, but which will also give you the means by which all personal problems can be solved, and by which all personal desires and wishes can be fulfilled. So he's saying there's a methodology in which you can solve every single problem you'll have for the rest of your life, and you can fulfill every single desire and wish you will ever have for the rest of your life. He says it is such a simple formula that a child can use it successfully. It is the law of asking, believing, and receiving all in one word: thanksgiving. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Thanksgiving is the evidence of things not seen. Faith and thanksgiving go hand in hand. They are the handmaidens of the Lord. He said, we have seen the necessity of bringing the two selves into complete cooperation. He's talking about your spiritual self and your physical self. No other method is so successful in accomplishing this as the simple practice of thanksgiving. If rightly practiced, it effectively harmonizes the lower self and the higher self. So it harmonizes your physical self and the universe itself, brings those two selves into alignment. And then I want to read this last thing here. So he says, this is out of this whole book, this is just crazy because it's such a powerful thought. He says, it doesn't make any difference which systems you use, how much you know, or how much you pray. The object of your prayer can't become yours until you have thanked God for it, or the universe, or he's basically saying anything that you ever want in life, the most important thing is that you thank the higher power, your higher self, God, the universe, for it before it becomes here. It's such a powerful thought. Go ahead, Vicki, and share what you wanted to share.
So it's actually from the book, and there's another part to this, but if you go to page 52, it talks about lilies. So it talks about, consider the lilies of the field. Have you considered them? Look again, not at the beauty, color, or perfume, but see how they grow. And then further down, it talks about, when you are told to consider the lilies, you are being told to consider the power that brings them forth. There is a bulb. So I don't know when we started this book, but I paint. So I started painting on wine glasses back in the beginning of July, and I was debating of sunflower or a lily. So I asked somebody who I've known for quite a while, and this is what they said. So this kind of segues into that part of the book. They wrote back, lilies, of course. And why are you worried about clothing? Observe how the lilies of the field grow. They do not toil, nor do they spin. Yet I say to you that not even Solomon in all his glory clothed himself like one of these. That's from Matthew, I forget what number, but from the Bible. And I just found that interesting that these two, they kind of combine. you know, lilies and calla lilies I love calla lilies, and they have a lot of meaning behind them. And when you think of flowers and things, so I just wanted to share that because I found it interesting that happened. And then I started reading that book and I came across something similar talking about lilies and how they grow. So I just wanted to share that.
That's awesome.
Well, in this power that makes these things grow, whether it's a mustard seed or a lily or, you know, anything on the planet, this power helps those things fulfill their true potential, their full potential. And I think that's the thing that Dr. Robert Russell was trying to point out, is it will do the same thing for us. It's not going to leave us hanging when it takes a mustard seed and makes that the smallest seed in the entire world into one of the biggest trees, you know, on the planet. It will fulfill our true potential too. We just have to allow it to work through us. And when you were talking earlier about creativity and your creativity increasing, that's a sign that you're channeling this source that is the source of all the creativity in the universe. So let's just go through really quick here. Let's do 1 minute each. Just share anything you want. If it's something from this chapter, if it's something from the book, if it's something that you think would add value to anybody here, you know, has this book changed your life or inspired you or helped you in any way, shape, or form? Go ahead, Matthew.
Sure. For me, I think actually what we were just talking about is quite important to remember, only because whatever you decide to plant is what you're going to get back. So if you're looking for more time, you have to like be grateful for the time you have, number one.
Yes.
And then you have to decide what you want to do with that time. And then all of a sudden it all opens up. It becomes more abundant. I feel like I'm creating so much more now than I was before I started. And I've only been here, 4 weeks now, David? Yeah. So it's like, now that I feel that energy level going the way it's supposed to be going, how I felt and saw it going, it's just everything's opening up. You have an abundance of everything, including time, because we are infinite creatures as soul creatures.
That was absolutely brilliant, Matthew. And I just want to ride the back of that thought. So when you said so if you're complaining all the time, you don't have enough time, I don't have enough time, you're actually creating, more time limitation in your future. Like what Dr. Robert A. Russell said, the only way you can have something is by thanking, God, the universe, your higher self, the higher power for it before it's here. That's how we actually create that time freedom that we all want. And that time freedom represents more time to do the things we love to do, more time to spend time with the people we love and care about, more time to do stuff like this, attend these mastermind meetings, do the 90-day success challenge. But that was a brilliant point where you said, the concept of complaining, I don't have enough time, is going to create more of that. It's that feeling that you bring with you each day. There's not enough time to get everything done. That was brilliant. Love that. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I got a lot out of that. I listened to the audio book. I don't read real well, but listen to the audio book. I learned a lot from it. That part that Vicky was talking about, the lilies of the field, and how, God provides for all his creatures, even, us too. That is just a powerful statement, the way you said it. So, but it's really interesting for sure.
Awesome.
For me, what I got out of this book, and I've listened to it once, I got a better understanding of what prosperity is. I always thought of it as money. Just to understand that there's an abundance of everything that we ever need is out there, and there's a limitless supply, regardless of what it is. And, we're all raised and trained to think of money first, but it kind of opened my eyes to realize that, just by our thoughts and how we think, that and if we are conscious enough to think in the right ways, that we could literally attract or bring into our world what it is that we desire. And I like the chapter when Dr. Robert Russell was talking about money and how "In God We Trust" is written on, on the currency in the United States. And, I found that, that to be very interesting. But, yeah, getting a better understanding of what prosperity really is. Getting back to what, what you guys had mentioned about time, I used to watch a lot of TV, used to do stupid stuff and waste time. And I finally realized that, you can't make up time. Time is what it is. Everybody gets 24 hours. It's how you use it. And I've been able to shift my mindset. I watch very little TV now. I found the time to do my training. I find the time to do my study. If I get to a point where I'm starting to drift off, into just surfing on the internet, on mindless stuff, I always try to bring myself back to doing something more constructive. And that's pretty much based on that prayer that you sent me, David, from the Power of the Subconscious Mind. I read that every morning, and it reminds me to shift my mind back to something that's more constructive. So,
yeah, I love that prayer. It's so powerful. Go ahead, Vicky.
So for me, this book has just led to so many other books. So you had mentioned Joseph Murphy and Florence Shinn and Neville Goddard, and I just keep getting led off to other books, which has been great. You get out there what you get back what you put out there. So for me, it's a karma kind of thing. So I try to focus on what I want to make sure I put that out there, because that's what I want back. You treat people as you want to be treated. I'm very much about pay it forward, gratitude, kindness, and that's always been part of my life. The 90-day challenge has been really good for me. I think I was doing a lot of it. It's just nice to have a space to write it down, and that I can see it and view it. And, I have Kevin as an accountability partner, and I have Rosie also, and you all comment, so thank you. And I try not to focus so much on feeling like I have to cover every single area in that, because I think some people maybe put undue pressure on themselves. And for me, I can't do that. So I'm trying to keep my life stress-free as possible. One last thing I want to share, because I think it's important. So I did have my neurologist phone consultation on Tuesday, and I was so thrilled I got this neurologist. First time I've ever spoken to her. And she actually asked me what supplements I was taking. And when she knew I wasn't about medication, she actually recommended other herbs and supplements for me to take for my migraines. And I love that she went in that direction, and she wasn't trying to force medication down my throat. So I was really appreciative of that. And just to let you know, Monday here is Thanksgiving in Canada. So for you, it's Columbus Day in the States, but it's Thanksgiving here. Not that we can do anything because most things are shut down, but I'm just going to be thankful for the day that I'll have with my daughter. So that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, I just heard that. I just talked to a gentleman from Canada yesterday, and he told me that this was Thanksgiving for Canada. I was like, what? I didn't know you guys had one of those. That's
it's
funny.
Not the same. You can't compare. It's not even remotely the same as the US one.
We got a better Thanksgiving. Well, you guys got a better healthcare system, so I don't know. I guess we're even.
There you go.
Go ahead, Mark.
Big mind shift for me, just realizing that it's very easy to get into the thing of don't have time. And when we do that, we end up bringing that into action. And so we just got to think differently, that we have time and we do have time. There's so many things going on right now. Growing and learning is amazing. I haven't really read very much. I started this year. I started probably 4 or 5 months ago, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm thankful for all your recommendations on books and everything.
Perfect, Mark. That was awesome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate, this one thing I learned from this book is that that God is the source of everything. It really is. And the moment you think it's a person or it's from somewhere else, then it's the worst thing you can do to yourself, basically, because to see God is the consciousness, God is source of everything, and to also keep it in all day, to keep that feeling, that consciousness all day, is to know that you're one with divine supply, and just that consciousness is what will help you tap into what you want to create, and it makes it easier. So I thought, wow, this is amazing. It reinforced that belief. I mean, it reinforced that I usually knew that it was from God. It's just sometimes really is from God. You cannot see it from the other way, even though it doesn't, even though it's counterintuitive sometimes, but everything is from God. And also I've been something about unity. Yes, power of unity is amazing. Everything is about, I think that's the answer really, to see that when one person is lifted, everyone else is. And that also when you talk to someone, like what David you had in the group today about what you say to someone, like you are amazing, you're confident, you're actually talking to yourself as well. And that just bearing in mind that whatever we do, we are doing to ourselves. And so it's amazing how this works, and to think in the unity, to see that we are all one. And yeah, thank you. That's
Awesome, Zinwell. That was very beautiful. So I just want to add to that. So when all this started to make sense to me, as far as like divine source and God and all, all this, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to give it, was when I read the quote from Miyamoto Musashi, who is the greatest samurai warrior of all time. And he explained it in a way that didn't pertain to any specific ideology or belief system or religion or anything. But he said everything in the universe is within you. And he said, if you want to become richer, stronger, better, smarter, faster, younger, like anything you want in life, he said, everything exists within you. And you have to look for all of that within yourself. And the ancient mystic poet Rumi said the same thing. He said, everything in the universe is within you. Ask all from yourself. Look for all the answers within yourself, because that's where everything exists, because time and space does not exist in this place. So we're going to end this meeting the way we end all of our meetings. I'm going to pull this up here quick. So he says, change your consciousness and you change your world. Change your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and you literally change your destiny. That's the concept of the book. And all the books in this personal development group follow that thought process. We are going to read this. Matthew, could you read this for us, bro? Our last slide, and then we'll start our leadership mastermind group.
Your soul has a special mission. Your soul is supremely conscious of it. Maya, illusion, or forgetfulness makes you feel that you are finite, weak, and helpless. This is not true. You are not the body. You are not the senses. You are not the mind. You are the soul, which is unlimited. Your soul is infinitely powerful. Your soul defies all time and space. Sri Chinmoy.
Awesome. Good job. Good job. I enjoyed having you with us today. It's been really awesome meetings.